Hello everyone. From today we'll be starting with full length current affairs analysis. So I have divided entire current affairs into segments or based on different chapters or syllabus of UPSC. So the first current affairs is related to international relations. On that there was a news on line of actual control. We all know line of actual control is with China's border. So we have three sectors also here. One is western, middle and eastern sector. Western is related to Akshay Chin, and then we have middle Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, whereas eastern we have Arunachal Pradesh issues. So the recent talk was 31st working mechanism for consultation and coordination talks and corps commander meetings. It focuses on redeployment. Okay, so that was the news. So with the news we should be understanding the static part, that China's claim and the India's claim. So China claims Arunachal Pradesh as a South Tibet. However, it's not fair because according to McMahon line it belongs to India. So India rejects it. So and also Akshay Chin as part of McDonald line. However, according to India, Johnson line is a boundary and it belongs to India. So this is the static part we have to focus on. We should know the location where is Akshay Chin located, and the Arunachal Pradesh region we know which is the eastern sector. So this is about current affairs. Next we have other current affairs under the same international relations, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, that you can study under international relation or under economics, external organizations. So we take it under international relations. So what is it? So Pakistan is hosting the session, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So that is the thing, and India is going to participate in that, and we are going to have a talks on aims to address border dispute and dissentments at LAC, line of actual control. See, there are two news on the same line of actual control. Okay, so it is a 2024 summit at Kazakhstan. So mostly 25 agreements are adopted. So that is the news. And what we should know here is from static point, there were initially it was started with Shanghai 5, and now there are 10 members including China, India, Russia, Pakistan and Belarus. So you can see here once. So what are the other countries? Total 10 countries: Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. There is no Turkmenistan here. That is a noted point here. Russia, Mongolia, China, Pakistan, India and Iran. So these are the countries. This is related to international relations. And we'll go for mapping based current affair today. It was on Israel and Lebanon. So we are focusing on Lebanon map today. So what was the issue? Issue was Israel's attacks on Hezbollah in Lebanon, which has resulted in over 600 fatalities, which includes women and children as well. So we know the war is going on from long back. It has a historical context also. This we will discuss separately about the war once when we encounter a detailed article on it. But for today we are focusing on Lebanon map. So Lebanon as bordering countries of Syria. See, you can see here, this is Lebanon and Syria is a border country. Israel is one more border country, and we have a Mediterranean Sea this side. If you see Syria one side and then Israel, and to the west we have Mediterranean Sea. That is a location of a Lebanon. We should be knowing the Lebanon's boundary countries, Syria and Israel, along with the Mediterranean Sea, whereas it has a Mount Lebanon range. If you can see here, that is to Mediterranean Sea, and it has a Litani river, which is the longest river of Lebanon. These are the points to be noted for prelims point of view. Litani river is the longest river in Lebanon. Okay, we'll get into science and tech based current affairs for today. It was based on DF-41. So what is DF-41? It's a intercontinental ballistic missile of China. So China first started DF-5 in 1980s, and then to recently tested DF-41, which is an intercontinental ballistic missile, which is estimated to have a range of 12,000 to 15,000 kilometers. So then we have a nuclear stack over 500 operational nuclear warheads. So that is by 2023 is what China claims. And we should be knowing what are the countries that actually have this intercontinental ballistic missile. So it's Russia, US, China, France, UK, India, Israel, and North Korea. But however, Pakistan doesn't possess it. And India's ICBM, that is Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, is part of Agni series, so greater than 5,500 kilometer, and for nuclear warhead delivery. These were the news related to DF-41 and the current static portion. Okay. So then we'll get into internal security. I already started with internal security classes. In that, one point is about Assam Accord. So Assam CM recently met AASU, All Assam Student Union, and they decided to implement Clause 6 recommended by Justice Biplab Sarma Committee. So what is the recommendation? So it is for identity protection, legislative safeguard, cultural preservation, and political representation. These were the major points to be covered under Clause 6. So you should be knowing what is Assam Accord when you are kind of attending internal security classes. So to revise, it's like an agreement signed in 1985 to resolve Assam agitation against illegal migration and to protect indigenous Assamese rights. So now we have implementation of 52 recommendations, that is under Clause 6. Okay. So Assam Accords. Next we have a geography based, that is Mineral Security Finance Network. So India also joins Mineral Security Finance Network. So it is actually US led. Why we have to join this is because mostly we are depending on China for these minerals, rare earth minerals, because China controls 70% of rare earth production, dominating mineral processing. So to reduce the dependence on or reliance on China, it's very important for India to have other ties. So as part of it, India joined Mineral Security Finance Network, which is led by US. So this is one of the key thing here. So which is fostering for public-private partnership for mineral demands. So that is on geography point of view. Why I added geography? Because rare earth minerals is a key point here. So and one more, the network, that is Mineral Security Finance Network. See here, Mineral Security and Finance Network. We have security of minerals as well as finance. That's how you can memorize. Then we come to polity. So today there was a news on custodial death judgment. So first we should be knowing what is section 304, and actually what happened is some of the police were convicted under section 304 for culpable homicide. So now they are kind of having a verdict. So that has been having a split verdict on police officers who are convicted under section 304. So here there is two different terms we should be understanding as part of prelims. So one is what is culpable homicide and the difference from murder. Both are like kind of intention to cause death, but there is a slight difference. When it is culpable homicide, it likely to cause, but purely not to injure for the same sake. Whereas in murder, we injure for the sake of harming that person to death. So that is a thing we should be knowing, what is culpable homicide. And so it is highlighting violation of Article 21, so custodial death. So that was the thing in the news. Next we had news on Lokpal and Lokayukta. Particularly we had a news on Lokayukta, where Karnataka CM Siddaramaiah is under investigation by Lokayukta for allegedly misusing his position to acquire 14 plots for his wife in Mysore. So this was a news currently based on Karnataka's issue. So whereas now we should be knowing what is this Lokayukta and Lokpal. So this is the assignment for you. What is the difference between Lokpal and Lokayukta? So according to that act, we have to establish Lokayuktas in all states. Lokayukta is for mainly for investigating corruption. It acts as sumoto. It makes recommendation actually and operates it independently. However, it lacks resources, which is a challenge. So Maharashtra established that Lokayukta in 1971. Now the question here is for you: when did Karnataka establish Lokayukta? Then how did we start? From where did we take the inspiration? We are inspired by the Scandinavian Ombudsman first recommendation by Administrative Reform Commission. So then we started Lokayukta. So this was the thing for current affairs. So next we have based on environment. So now the good thing is just cheetah, like Project Cheetah aims to reintroduce cheetahs in India, that we all know. Now it is marking 2 years of progress by September 17. So we know that cheetah became extinct in India in 1952 due to what? Habitat destruction and hunting. So now then we've planned on translocation. The project began with 8 cheetahs translocated from Namibia, in addition to the 12 from South Africa. So these two locations we started learning in mapping classes. So you follow that also. Then we reinforced in Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Why? Why? To restore the grassland ecosystem and to promote biodiversity. Then there were like 17 cubs born, but there is some challenges that 40% of adults and 29% of cubs are into mortality. So these are the some challenges. Now in future we'll be focusing on prey-based augmentation and habitat restoration and transparent project management. But the success is it's been 2 years. So that's the key point. And we should be knowing for prelims which national park is that and where did we translocate, from where did we translocate it. So next it comes ethics subject. It's mainly related to means. So Francesca Gino is a well-known American behavioral scientist. She was facing an allegation of manipulating data in multiple studies. So this led for her being placed on unpaid leave from Harvard University. But she filed a defamation lawsuit against Harvard and whistleblowers. She says she is innocent. So why this article is important is because what is the importance of ethics in public life and all. So because she is a behavioral scientist, we can use her as an example, right? Then we have Kolkata's KG Kar Medical College Hospital's contract. So there is one company called SNG Enviro Solutions, a company without waste treatment of facilities. So obtains 70% of government hospital waste contracts. 70% of waste contract it is getting from government hospitals, but it is not having any waste treatment facilities, right? So this is kind of a corruption which raises governance issues and public health and environmental problems. So that's a corruption case is what we can talk here. 70% of government hospital waste management is going to one single company, that is SNG Enviro Solutions. In that view, I just had a noted this cycle of corruption, how it starts when politician pays money to a citizen to buy vote. So that will be circulated to entrepreneur where citizen want to buy new products and a quicker solution from a entrepreneur. However, entrepreneur want to get the what to say clearances from politician again they start bribing. Also they bribe to bureaucrats to get the contracts and all. Then bureaucrats bribes to politician to get promotion, etc. So and it will become a cycle. So and citizen also bribing to bureaucrats to get the work done as quick as possible. So all these things, the cycle of corruption we should reduce under all sections: citizens, entrepreneur, bureaucrats, particularly on politician. So this is a case of Kolkata RG Kar Medical College Hospital management. So we know some other case also related to it, but this is not the right time to discuss about it. So these are all the important articles for today. We'll be connecting tomorrow as usual. Thank you.